In this video, I'll look at some new details regarding the development of GTA 6, how the title has been developed remotely, and what effects Rockstar's RTO will have on the game. We'll look at a recent article from Rockstar Intel regarding Rockstar's return to office mandate, as well as one from Aftermath that include details from Rockstar employees regarding the development of GTA 6, and some additional comments about Rockstar's return to the so-called toxic crunch practices. Before we begin, a friendly reminder, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button, leave a like on the video, as most of my viewers are not subscribed. We are on the road to 12,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer and closer with each and every video. I sincerely appreciate you guys supporting the videos. If you want to connect with me as well as other members of the community, feel free to join the Discord server. You can find the link in the description. But let's get into it by looking at this Rockstar Intel article titled "More Rockstar Games Staff Speak Out Following GTA 6 Studio Change," which is based around another article from Aftermath, which we'll look at later. I'll leave links to both articles in the description if you want to check them out fully, as I'll only include parts of them in the video. In a previous video of mine, we looked at some comments by Rockstar employees regarding the return to office. They're also mentioned in this article, however, we'll only focus on the new details. So here's a recap of the concerns Rockstar employees have. More Rockstar Games staff voiced their concerns. Gaming news outlet Aftermath have also put out a report after speaking with Rockstar employees. According to the site, 2 current Rockstar Games staffers came forward to share information about what is happening within the studio's virtual walls. One of the sources admits the security reason given for a return to office is easier to take in good faith following the string of major leaks in the past. Others say they've heard about some devs receiving reprimands for sharing their thoughts on the plan to work at the office full-time. Some information has been passed around, and plans include to reduce the access developers will have outside of the physical offices. A source speaking with Aftermath claimed they'll no longer be able to communicate or remote access into Rockstar's systems when at their home. Staff dispute working from home has made things worse and are concerned tough crunch is coming. Some do believe this change will backfire and actually reduce productivity rather than improve it, like Rockstar Games management believe. There is a feeling more team members could have health impacts or resign from the company over it. So these are some of the concerns Rockstar employees have as they are about to return to the office this April. Now, there's also some additional information that they provided. An interesting tidbit is that GTA 6's PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions have been developed almost entirely remotely. Now, I'd like to point out a mistake, as this is a quote taken directly from Aftermath's article. However, if we look at the article, it says they also added the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X versions of Grand Theft Auto 5 were developed almost entirely remotely, adding to a growing body of evidence that teams don't need to be in an office 5 days a week to complete projects. So this was related to the current gen version of GTA 5 and not GTA 6. Regardless, it still means GTA 6 has been developed remotely thus far. Those working on the project say this is a reason why they don't need to be at the studio's real location. At this moment in time, the game will launch only on console, despite games having to have a PC build for development. As on par with previous titles from Rockstar, a PC version may come a year or so after its console counterparts. But now let's actually look at some of the new comments directly from Rockstar employees from Aftermath's article titled "Rockstar Employees Concerned About Crunch, Grand Theft Auto 6's company moves forward with return to office." Here's a quote from a Rockstar Games employee: "Losing key people in teams would be very, very bad." Speaking with Aftermath, 2 additional Rockstar employees said that little has changed since last month, even as the clock ticks down to April. "The only news I know of is some reports of some people being admonished to varying degrees for voicing disagreement with the RTO plan." One Rockstar employee who was granted anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly told Aftermath. "But otherwise, we're just waiting for more information from management about how the hell this is going to work. Security is definitely the argument that's easier to take in good faith because we've had leaks and they are a serious problem," said one Rockstar employee. "We need to do as much as we can to make it harder for attackers to get into our systems," with the one in September 2022 being the biggest, with over 90 videos of GTA 6 being leaked. "We've historically had leaks regardless of what setup we had," said another employee. "Back with Red Dead Redemption 2, we had leaks around the launch of the game. It's never going to be 100% fully secure. People will be motivated to leak our content because there's a great deal of interest in the products that we make. We won't be able to answer Slack messages and emails and stuff like that when we're at home anymore, which is a big loss because a lot of our work is intercontinental," said one Rockstar employee. And here are the last few comments. "If you're a programmer, it's quite a bit easier for you to work remotely than it is for other roles involved in acting and mocap and things like that," said one Rockstar employee. "But the reality is, for probably the majority of people in the development staff, you don't need to be in the office every single day to do your job. If we look at our previous project, Red Dead Redemption 2, when we were working 5 days in the office, we're still working remotely with all of these other studios," said another Rockstar employee. "So whether you are in the office or not, you are still doing remote work. You work with so many people on so many different teams, a good majority of them will not be at the place where you work. Another big concern is layoffs. Employees admitted to being concerned about the state of the project but said that their colleagues are their primary concern. As at other big video game companies like Activision Blizzard, Rockstar employees suspect that this return to office mandate is a means of quietly laying people off by making work or relocation/commuting costs unbearable. If you make it so that people can no longer work effectively at the company, then they have no choice but to leave, said one Rockstar employee. It's obviously cheaper because you avoid having to pay redundancies as a result of layoffs, said another, pointing to the option Sony was legally obligated to offer laid-off employees in the UK and Japan as an example. If you can make it so that people will leave of their own accord, you don't have to pay them. Having people who've been through the endgame of a project before, who know what to do in that situation and know what's the best decision to make to solve a problem, is better than having people who haven't had that experience, who might make mistakes they otherwise wouldn't if there wasn't this pressure, said one Rockstar employee. Losing key people in teams would be very, very bad. If you want to read the full articles, you can find links in the description. Of course, we can't be sure exactly how this return to office mandate would affect development, but let me know what you think of everything we discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more GTA 6 videos like this one. A special thanks to all the members of the channel: Relamore, Nick the Bala, Mike the Nerd, Eddie the Bullet, Armin the One, I am Vlad66, Shamgod JD, Rajveer, FNM Fago, and Ungodly Beast. Thank you so much for the continued support. If you haven't joined the Discord server yet, you can find the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.